In this video, we're going to cover some of the standing dealer procedures for pick-a-hand poker. The game begins by the player making a required ante and blind bet, along with an optional double shot and triple shot side wager. For this demonstration, we'll show how the game would be dealt using an ideal shuffler from Shufflemaster. In this case, it's going to spit out a 5-card packet first. This will go to the dealer and form the dealer's 5 cards from which they'll choose the best 4. At this point, the game's going to spit out a series of 2-card packets. The first 2-card packet's going to be placed on the leftmost open slot in front of the dealer, and the top card's going to be drug over. And this process will repeat 2 more times until the player hands are formed. At this point, the players will receive their cards, also as 2-card packets, and we'll go ahead and turn these over for the camera. At this point, the dealer will then reveal the face-up community player cards, denoted by the icons on the layout. Now it is time for the player to make their decision. They must pick which hand they want to play or surrender for half of their bet back. In this case, player 1 is going to play the jacks on the right, and they'll signify this by making a bet equal in size to their ante on the play circle on the right. And the player can optionally tuck their cards in if they wish, but we'll keep them open for the demo. The second player has a similar choice. In this case, they'll play the left hand, hoping for an extra draw card to hit that third 8. At this point, the player, after all players have made their decision, the dealer will reveal the remaining cards in the player hands, followed by revealing the dealer's hand. So in this case, the dealer has a king high. In this game, a dealer must have an ace high to qualify, so they did not qualify with a king. So all the ante bets will be pushed back to the player. They are no longer in action. Now the dealer will resolve the remaining bets, working from their left to right. In this case, the first player made a bet on the right and has a pair of jacks. And the jacks will win in this case. So all the back row bets will pay even money. And the blind wager will push because we need a 4-card flush or better for it to push. And then the double shot and triple shot, we also need a 4-card flush, at least in either hand to play. Or for the triple shot, it plays any of the 5-card hands, in which case no one has hit anything, so these bets will be collected, and the player's cards will be removed. We'll move on to the next player at this point. They hit trip 8s on the left hand. So once again, all the back row bets will pay even money. In this case, the blind will pay because trips pays 3-1, as denoted on the layout. So we'll pay them 3-1 on the blind bet. We'll resolve the double shot, which once again pays the best of either of these 2 hands if they make a 4-card hand of a flush or better. In this case, trip qualifies for that. And the double shot pays 6-1 according to the layout. The triple shot pays if either of the player hands or the dealer hand makes a 5-card hand of a flush or better. In this case, trips qualifies according to the layout and pays 8-1. So we'll pay the player for that bet as well. And that wraps up our first hand. After all players have been paid, the dealer will collect the cards, shuffle according to the house procedures, and then continue playing the next hand. Let's look at one more hand of pick-a-hand poker and see how it's dealt. Once again, players will be required to make an ante and blind wager, and optional triple shot, double shot side wagers. After which point, all bets have been placed, the dealer can begin dealing the cards. Once again, dealt using packets, the first 5 cards will form the dealer hand. followed by 2 card packets where the top card is dragged over to the right to form the community player hands. After which point we can deliver the players their cards, once again as 2 card packets, and we'll turn these up just so the camera can see them. At which point the dealer will reveal the face-up cards on the layout, and the players will make their decisions. So player number 1 here doesn't have much of anything, without any great draws. They have a potential for a straight here if they drew a 5, but only 1 card is going to hit that. So they're going to go ahead and inform the dealer they'd like to surrender, in which case the dealer will push their ante-bet back to the player, that's returned to them, and collect the blind bet. The side wagers will remain in play, so we'll just tuck the cards between the 2 wagers and move on to player number 2. In this case, the player has a pair of 2s on the left and a potential straight on the right, but they'll take the sure thing with a pair of 2s, and they'll denote this by making a bet on the left. And once again, they could tuck the cards in if they would like, but we'll keep them open just so we can see what they are. After all players have made their decisions, the dealer will reveal the community player hands, followed by revealing the dealer's hand. In this case, the dealer has a pair of 3s, and this time the dealer qualifies because he has ace or higher. So this means the ante-bet will remain in play, and we'll move on to the hand resolution phase. Starting from the player's left, working to the right, the ante and blind wager have already been resolved because the player surrendered, so now we're just checking for the double shot and triple shot side bet. The double shot pays if there's any 4-card hand on the left or the right. And in this case, even though they surrendered, they hit a 4-card straight with 3, 4, 5, 6. So in this instance, the double shot is going to pay 3-1 according to the layout. And the triple shot requires a 5-card hand on the left, right, or the dealer. In this case, it will be collected because no hand was hit. And then the cards can be removed and move on to the next player. Player number 2 chose the left, and they have a pair of 2s. This will lose to the dealer's pair of 3s. So in this case, the left, the ante, and the blind wager will all lose because you must beat the dealer on the blind wager. However, in this case, the double shot will play either hand. So even though they only had a pair of 2s over here, they happen to hit a 4-card straight, 2, 3, 4, 5. So once again, we'll pay the double shot, 1, 2, 3-1. And the triple shot, once again, plays all 3 hands. Nothing here on the left, but 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the right. They hit a 5-card straight. We still have to check if the dealer was higher. Dealer only has a pair of 3s. So we're going to pay the highest of the 3 hands, in which case is the right. And the triple shot will pay a straight, 10-1. We'll collect the player's cards and continue paying the rest of the players as needed. At which point the hand is over, the dealer will collect the cards and shuffle and prepare for the next hand.